Hello world, how are you? We've got some Q&A to do. I hope you're doing fine, 'cause it's Q&A time again. Hello world, how's it going? Hope you guys are all doing great. If not, as always, I really hope it gets better for you. But man, there's some Nuri Rosen maiden crypts, black Moscow guppies. We got the Pilo in the middle, corkscrew valve. So I am actually here at the NEC convention here in Cromwell, Connecticut, and I am in the vendor room right now. So I'm bringing you guys live from the vendor room of the NEC Northeast Council Aquarium Club group. It's like all these aquarium clubs come together and just have a good time and talk about fish and whatnot. So yes, I did create a community post earlier that said I'd be late about 10 to 11 because I was at a keynote speaker, Master of the Spawn, really great panel. Eric Bodrock, we had Regina Spotty, Ken, oh, what's his last name? Oh, I should know. Anyways, Rosario Cortez, Bill Cole, and the other guy, I'm not sure who he was, but I did get some of that actually recorded for you guys, so you guys will be able to see some of that later. So yeah, it was a really good talk, and it did not go as long as I thought it would be. Hey LR2B, where the funk you at? So yeah, I'm in Cromwell, Connecticut. That's where the funk I'm at. And here's my stand. This is my setup. I don't have my gimbal with me, so it may be a little shaky. Got plants back there, fish back here. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing great. I knew I should have grabbed my gimbal before I did this, but I figured I was on time. Why not? So all right, hope you guys got some questions for me. If not, we could always do a little tour, I guess. Not quite a Q&A. Sup, brother? Thanks for coming to Dallas. It was nice meeting you. Never thought I would meet you in my life. Well, Kima Flaca Melendez, so glad I went to Dallas. Dallas was absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to do it again. And I'm sure it was nice to meet you as well. All right. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. I didn't get much sleep last night. We were up till 2 o'clock trying to get this water warm. I brought heaters this time, like 5 of them, even big 500 watt heater. And it still took time because it was only like 50 degrees. And that stuff just takes time. And they kept leaving the door open, which didn't help. But everybody's in their tanks, they're all happy. Panther 305, if you had to start a small hobby shrimp rack, what size tanks and what rack would you with? Well, this rack's actually a Gladiator rack. These are from Home Depot. This was super easy to set up. I personally would actually construct my own from 2x4s. So it all depends on your skill level of construction. Like, you don't need any level. Like, this is like pretty much plug them into the sides, leave them over. Now, the Gladiator rack comes with like a mesh top, and I just cut plywood to put over it, so it's a lot stronger. Especially if you look on this rack, let me flip you guys over here. If you look here on this rack, they don't actually sit on the bars all the way. But with this thick MDF board, this thick plywood, it actually makes it a lot more stiff, and it's able to hold that different distribution of weight. And as far as like tank size, if I were to actually pick a certain tank size, I would go with something with more surface area, less height, and more surface area. So it depends on what you're working with as far as like your space and everything. So I can't just recommend one certain size. Always more surface area, the better. The bigger, the better, and a lot more easy. Okay. This seat really feels nice. It's nice to sit down after being on your feet all day long, standing in front of this stuff. It's nice to sit down. Tech Turtle, thank you so much for the $1 super chat. Really appreciate that. Dan Slee, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Never too early to get the party started. That's for sure. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Disco party at the NEC. Boink, 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 boink. That's right, I'm just playing with filters at this point. Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing great. No, I don't want to do that. About canceled the screen. When are you selling fish online again? Here soon. The weather should be picking up. There's a cold front moving through right now. Oh, I so wish I brought my gimbal. This is going to drive me crazy. Aquatic Moss, so glad to see you around. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope all's doing good with you, Aquatic Moss. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It says, hey, Lucas, I missed your stream. Hope all is well. Well, same to you, Aquatic Moss. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. But yes, definitely glad to see you around. Thanks, Benjamin Stokes. Yeah, Benjamin Stokes. You like that? Tankaholic, still repping it. Tank Tees. Benjamin Stokes, he's my doppelganger. Looks just like me. And he actually made this shirt, Tank Tees. You can check them out, I think, on Etsy. They got an Instagram page. What's the weirdest thing you noticed in the aquarium hobby? The weirdest thing? Oh, that is a real tough question. So this aquarium hobby has tons of weird stuff. So to pick one over another, that's really, really tough. Mother Nature is all kinds of weird. But that's the beauty part of it, is that there's so much weirdness to keep it random, to keep us interested, and not make us so boring. But yeah, the weirdest thing, yeah, that's so tough. How would you go about breeding your panda gar as constant aquarius? So there's a guy over in India that does breed them. I know there's a company that lives near that river. And what I'm thinking and what they do is they live in the faster water, but they'll actually go to the side of the streams and find like slow flowing pools, and that's what they'll do. They'll go into those slow flowing pools and lay their eggs in there, and then they'll jump back in. And I don't think they're very picky about water as far as like triggering them and whatnot. I haven't bred them myself, but I do and would like to sometime. But you can find a little bit of information out there on Google. There is one guy who did it. Well, Geek Route, I appreciate the thought. And that's cool, you're watching from Asia. That's awesome. Have you ever raised any lyre goby? So I haven't personally. I've had only the Stifidin gobies, the peacock gobies. I think that's it. There's a lot of cool gobies out there. Why do my shrimps die? Asked Sunny Jim. That's really general and vague for me to answer that, but I would definitely look at your water, see if you have hard water or soft water. Neocaridinias like their hard water. Caridinias like their softer water, so that's a big first step. Make sure that they get enough food. Oh, well, Sunny Jim says, LOL, I was kidding. Well, thanks for the question, at least, I guess, Sunny Jim. But if you're kidding, I'm not going to go any farther on that. Palmer Aquatics. Does a gimbal make a huge difference, Lucas? So, yes, it does. And I probably shouldn't point this out because it's going on right now. But see how there's just a little bit of shake here? Like I'm holding you on my knee, I'm holding you with my fingers just to try to keep you steady. But if you got a gimbal, you don't have to worry about that. You're not going to get that shake. It's going to be nice and smooth, so it just gives a nice, more smooth finish to the video. Like right now, like, it's a good thing I got a straight hand because it could easily end up like this. V-Stag. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Jonathan Brazler, for the Endlers. I'm going to be back in Missouri here in a couple weeks for the mass ice swabs coming up. Then right after that, so mass ice swab 2 weeks from now in St. Louis. And then that's on Saturday. And then that Sunday we'll be up in Chicago for the GCCA swab, which will be a lot of fun. How did you like the new van? Oh, it made a huge difference on pretty much everything. The whole operation, getting here and all that. So I am definitely liking it. I can't wait till I get it wrapped. That's going to be really, really awesome. And I got a great idea for it. Theodore Delaka says, any tips for or tricks for cleaning tanks with baby shrimp mulm removal? So I've actually got tanks where I've got mulm like that big in shrimp tanks. And it doesn't matter. Like, the mulm's not going to hurt them. They'll actually scavenge off of them. But if you don't like the sight of them, the best thing to do is, like, let me turn you around here. So say you have a hose in this tank and you've got it in there. What I'll do is I'll put my finger over the hose and I'll kind of like swish it around. That way it can kind of like get the mulm off the top. Or I'll put my finger in there as well, kind of stir it up a little bit, kind of get some of the excess of mulm if you don't want that look of mulm in there. And then keep your finger there right at the hole, so you can kind of scare away the shrimp with your finger and you can keep them from going into the hole, and you can close it up. What's the difference between mulm and fish poop? So mulm is like the step between poop and dirt, I guess. That would be my answer to that. Let's look at some fish too here. There's the platinum sapphire or red-tailed Dumbo air guppies. What's your favorite small fish? That's impossible. Rasboras, endlers, guppies, tetras, bettas, galaxy rasboras. Is water flow important to shrimp? No, they don't need water flow. Nope. A lot of fish too don't need water flow either. A lot of times we'll overfiltrate or overflow our tanks to the point where the fish are actually exhausting themselves from trying to keep up with the current and keep moving. If you got nice still water, they get to go at their pace. They get to worry about each other than just trying to survive in their fast flowing tank. There's a CPD right there. You know, these guys are real cool. Neon blue Japanese. Where is he at, Marsh Aquatics? I am at NEC convention. Northeast Convention here in Cromwell, Connecticut. Dan Sleet, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. It says, van wrap fun, I'm hoping for psychedelic Rafiki. So I don't know if I'll put Rafiki on there, but definitely going to put the mad scientist on there, as well as a couple other pictures. But thank you, Dan Sleet, so much for that. I can't wait to get that wrap done. $30 red tail, great price. Yeah, so I mean, it really is a good price. Same with these, 25. But you know, these people are looking for deals, so I try to hook them up. These guys are really cool too. These are the platinum ice, but they've kind of got like these orange coals. I don't know what's been going on with the line lately. See how they got a little orange coming in? Look like our orange sherbet. Lucas, do you know what you'll be bringing to the GCCA swap? Michael Flesher. So I'm not 100% sure. Definitely plants, always plants. The fish and shrimp is always hit and miss because I just never really know. There's some rainbow tiger endlers for you guys. Take a nap, Haley. Haley's actually down here on the floor.
I'll never take a nap.
She's like, is it over yet? Bringing her to the madness. She's a trooper. She's a trooper. Looking for galaxy shrimp. Yeah, about the only way to get those is from imports. I had some breed for a little while, and then they just kind of died out. Not sure what really happened. Are Oddball Aquatics and Lady RLB the same person? No. So, Haley Oddball Aquatics, she's my assistant. She does water changes. She helps deal with my bull crap. So does Lady LRB. So they kind of got the same job,
Deals with more than I do.
but they deal with different aspects of my bull crap. So, but they're both awesome and both definitely help me out. And I've got a child with Lady LRB. I'll be with her forever. Wesley in bed, only 2 rooms of feeding to go. Thank you, Lady LRB. She's taking care of the fish while I'm gone.
Good job, Sarah.
She's awesome. Like, I don't even show her how to do it either. She's kind of, she just jumps in there. It's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay.
my husband shoots the videos all the time.
Man, I love these black Moscows so much. Joel G, NZ, always great to see you, bro. Fancy feast for Sparky. You hear that, Sarah? Give fancy feast to Sparky. She's in the chat, so she can do that. But thank you so much, Joel. Really appreciate that. Sunshine Aquatics, LRB got any more dwarf neon rainbows? I'm completely in love with the one I got, but he needs buddies. So I actually do, and here when it warms up, I should have a lot more to offer. Like, we've got tons of dwarf neons growing up right now, so hopefully we can keep them a little more steady. Alright, let's see here. Now I'm confused. I thought they were the same person. So yeah, they're definitely not the same person.
No.
That's so funny. And you're not the only one. A lot of people kind of confuse that because a lot of people assume, or well, I guess they don't know. I don't like go through and introduce them all.
Not me.
I get a fancy feast,
You get
what?
one.
Oh my.
Thanks,
Candy
man.
Overhauls, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Candy, you're amazing. Says, bye Haley Coffee. Much love to you both.
I love you, Candy.
I'm sure she'll drink it too, so.
Well,
She said, I love you, Candy. I will drink it. She's over here yelling at me. I'm sure the mic's not picking it up. And Dan Slee, thank you so much for the fancy feast. I don't know when that video will come out when I'm eating the fancy feast, but we'll see about that. We'll see about that. Sprinkle those Tetra Tropical granules on there. Thank you so much, you guys. How's Australia at Gloss Boxes? I actually saw a good talk. Ken, what's Ken's last name? Why can't I remember it?
Bowman?
No.
Borman?
Dang it. Ken Borman, yes. Ken Borman.
You should listen to me more.
Yes. But he gave a great talk about, man, I want to sit this down. Maybe I could do this. No, I can prop it up here. There we go. He did a great talk about all the other fish that are in Australia besides rainbow fish. Oh man, this is so much better. My hands. I was actually holding the camera for like maybe 45 minutes earlier before this live stream trying to get that keynote talk for you guys. And yeah, I should put the phone down. Ty Hunsicker, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It says, for the ladies dealing with the LRB bullcrap, LMAO. Right, they are troopers, but I mean, thank God for them because I definitely wouldn't be able to do this without them, especially not at this level for sure. Oh, let's see. Scrolling for questions. Lunar Beta's thrown down the sick face. I think you had a question earlier, Luna Betas. I meant to see that. Sunny Jim, how many lotus bulbs did you come out with? So we put 2 in each bag that we brought. And we probably brought, what, 20 bags of red lotus?
Yes.
So I would say probably 40 to 50. Oh, really? Yeah, because they were like potatoes. When we pulled that out, the roots were just like, had bulbs like little potatoes.
It was like 5
And
more
I know
on the
those
floor.
little bulbs you can have actual plants from. Is there a TDS pin you recommend? So there's not a specific one I use. Like I got an HM Digital, but this is like a cheapo. I've got like, I don't know, probably like 30 of these off eBay, super cheap. You got to make sure sometimes they don't come with the battery, and the batteries can be kind of tricky to find depending on what it is. These are actually pretty basic, but sometimes they'll have special batteries in them. So usually if they're cheaper, they don't have the battery in them. If they're usually around like 12, 15 bucks, they'll have the battery. If they're less, they probably won't have the battery. But even the cheap ones work just as good. Oh no, where's my check? Come on. There it is. My finger must not have been working. Lucas, have you ever had bloodworms cause internal parasites? So I've heard of it happening. I don't actually use bloodworms, so I don't have that problem of it happening. But there's actually a great talk here where I was before this that actually did talk about blackworms, bloodworms, and that whole subject. So here in a little while, when I get that edited, I will be able to check this out. I'll be able to share more info about that with you guys. So this will be the little stand here. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. Is Haley coming to Massite? Yes, I think she is. She really wants to meet Gary. So I think she's gonna end up riding. Thoughts on mixing Amano and ghost shrimp? It can be tricky. Amanos are bigger, so they can take it a little more from the ghost shrimp. Ghost shrimp have super sharp claws, so there is a possibility of things happening. And then ghost shrimp chopping up Amanos, like their legs off and stuff like that. Now, I've personally never kept them together, but that is their behaviors. And the Amanos being bigger, I don't know if they'd still be able to hold their own against that, because I think those glass shrimp will actually, or ghost shrimp, whatever you want to call them, will still chop at their legs. Fresh mustache, bro, right? You like that? Natural baggy lean? I've been working on that for a moment. Any new pickups, Valley Fish? Great question. So yeah, I picked up quite a bit. No fish so far. Got a good book. Might get some more books. Like, check out, you guys got to check out these books that Ken Borman's got over here. Real quick, like, these things are sick, but they're expensive. But these are, oh, look at this. Jurassic Fishes, Selection, Care, and Behavior. Like, it's $50 for that book. These are like legit books. Look at this. Heiko Blair's Discus books. Here, what are these? These are the International Journey of Ichthyology, or however you pronounce that. Fossil Atlas. Like, you can't even look in this one. He's got a shrink wrap. I bet that's really interesting. Blair's Discus. So we're going to see how well I do here. I'll probably come back with a couple of those books. We'll see. And then there's a bunch of auctions. So they have a killifish auction. They've also got a regular auction. They've got a guppy show going on. They got a cichlid show going on. And yeah, so hard to tell them what I'll come back with. Discus R Us said he was going to hook me up with some discus because I helped him with some plants. His wife was doing a little aquascape here, gave him a fish and stuff. And let's see, what else? I got some foxtail, which is a plant. A guy named Dave gave me some Christmas moss, which was really cool. Steve Allen, he hooked me up with a diatome filter, which was awesome. And kind of been doing some trades here and there, so it's been a lot of fun. And I have gotten a few things, just no fish quite yet. LRB, keep any cichlids? Matter of fact, I don't right now, but I am bidding on some jewel cichlids. I've kept like the pistos, and I mean discus are cichlids, angels are cichlids, but not any like the big like African cichlids or Malawis or Tanzanitans or anything like that. Besides the shell dwellers I have. Kima Flaco Melendez says, how often should I do water change and how much in my crystal black tank? I got them at pH of 6 using RO water mineralized with salty shrimp. So I would try to do like 20-25% a week or every other week. And I mean, that should be about good. Catoppoles really help to keep bringing down that acidity. I like to keep them between 150 and 200 with braiding them. And usually when I throw catoppa leaves in there, it'll trigger them to breed and molt real well. Dan Slee says, ooh, diatome filter, right, Dan Slee? I don't really make them anymore, but I'm kind of excited. I'll probably hop it around the fish room a little bit. That way I can pick and choose where my green water tanks are, hopefully. because there's a couple of them like in my garage I would like to have not so much green water. The thing is, when you do have that green water going and you really let it go for quite some time, it becomes really, really hard to get rid of, because that green water actually builds up in the substrate. All those spores or whatever, it almost becomes like a mold, like it gets thick in there. So you'll think you'll get it all out, and as soon as you think that happens, it'll come up out of the substrate and then it'll bloom back into the tank. And it's almost like a constant cycle. Diatone filter should help me balance that out a little bit. Jester's Aquariums, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. It says, how's the new vehicle so far? Thanks for keeping me awake right now for schoolwork, LOL. Hope this helps with coffee. Well, I'm glad to be able to help you stay awake with schoolwork. I know how brutal that can be sometimes. Not always the funnest, but the new vehicle, I'm loving it. It's kind of a boat. It's a bit to drive, different compared to the Subaru, but definitely enjoying it for now, and hopefully for the future. So thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. Oh, you started streaming earlier than expected. Yes, YouTube that boy, I sure did. I'm glad I could help you with your water change. Pass the time there. Oh, let's see. PD Aquatics, do you feel that captive bred discus can handle high pH? My pH is 7.2 out of tap. So yes, definitely they can. Hans Discus, I know that they actually breed their discus to take hard water better than like a lot of other breeders. I know a lot of other breeders do the same as well, but I do know Hans Discus has kind of specialized in that, and they were one of the first. So, and yeah. Have you ever tested it after 24 hours after tap? Oh, that's PD Aquatics. Oh, where was his question? Let me see here. Okay, yeah. So I really don't actually go off of pH. pH can actually throw you off, and this is going back to that question about discus and how if they can handle high pH. TDS I go more towards because it's more for the slime coat of the fish. You get them in harder water, like real mineralized water, sometimes their slime coats can't keep up with that, and that's what will cause problems and why you need softer water. So I usually measure I always just measure the TDS, which will give me more of an idea of that, because pH can also mean per hydrogen. So depending on the oxygenation and what's going on in the tank, like if you were to test your pH in the day and then test it at night, it would be different. So I don't really go off that because it's kind of like a goose chase. But TDS meter is kind of like a combination of your GH and KH, in which your GH is your general hardness and your KH is your kinetic hardness, which is bicarbonates. And it's a combination of that, TDS is, and that's what I really go off of. Anything over 200, that's considered harder. Anything under 200, that's considered softer, and that's where I try to keep the discus around under 200. And 200 is more neutral. You can almost keep about any fish around the 200 TDS. I mean, when they say it's neutral, it really is pretty much neutral for all fish. Brian Carl, throwing down a $5 super chat, says, for the LRB warehouse fund, what do you suggest for substrate and outdoor tubs? See you at Maasai. So, I mean, I've used sand. I've used Eco Complete out there. Dirt can get a little mucky. Sand is always a great one, in my opinion. A lot of the plants that we keep are grown in silty rivers. So, I get some of the best growth and root growth from my sand. And it's a lot cheaper than like Eco Complete. But if you didn't want to spend any money, and you got some decent dirt in your backyard, you can even go that route. But thank you so much for the support, and one day, hopefully I'll get that LRB warehouse. And Marsh Aquatics, always great to see you in here. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. It says, for the Pygmea Rainbow Fund, got a Fahaka puffer today. Name suggestions, anyone? Ooh, congrats on your new Fahaka puffer. As far as the Pygmea rainbows, hopefully, Marsh Aquatics, here in a couple weeks, when I'm down at Maasai, Gary Lang's going to be there. And you know he's probably going to have eggs. Hopefully he has some babies. He actually started a fry rack a lot like mine, actually got some of those containers off me. So I know he's been pumping a lot more babies out. So it should be interesting to see what he's got available. And hopefully I can hook up on some more Pygmea rainbow funds. I got a few growing out. And like I said, I'll hook you up if once I figure out what's going on there. But I got to at least have a pair. Dan Slee, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Again, your support is always appreciated. Dan's the man. Says, asking for a friend, what do you feed your fish? Oh, man. Tetracolor tropical granules. Glad to see 54 punchies in here as well to see that. So thank you so much, Dan Slee. Great question. Oh, matter of fact, check this out. So Waterbox has this. I got to show this to you guys because this was really cool. And I thought this was pretty handy. So for those who don't like to crush up tropical granules in their fingers, oh, let's see. He's got it all covered up right now. But I'm sure he won't mind. Actually, I think it may be at the end. Yeah, check this out. They actually got these little pellet grinders where you can put pellet food in here. You can just be like, and feed your fry like that. Really cool. Water box, or my aquarium box has that. They actually got a lot of stuff going on this whole table. Botanicals and whatnot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Got froze there for a second. PD Aquatics, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, thanks for all the input. Going to Jack Watley Discus in 2 weeks. First attempt to keep discus. The money is for flowers for Lady LRB since I asked that bonehead question. Well, that's awful sweet. Lady LRB will definitely appreciate that thought and gesture because you just made me look like a bad boyfriend. Thank you a lot. But no, thank you seriously for the super chat and the support. I really appreciate it. I don't know, last time I even got her flowers. I'm a bad dude. Bad dude. Just kidding. She still loves me. All right. Sunshine Aquatics says, I'm so confused on how the Patreon works. I signed up for $1. I would love to do more, but I quit my job today. Oh, Sunshine Aquatics. Well, if you quit and a sad face, sounds like you closed one door to open up a new door. And if you weren't happy at your job and quit it anyways, then maybe it was for the better. So try not to be too sad about that because you did what you had to do, sounds like. And, you know, it's going to be for the better. Follow your dreams, too. Follow your passion. Makes a huge difference. Makes a huge, huge difference. So hope it gets better for you. Scrolling. She has plans. See, yeah. Candy Overhaul says, time to get her flowers. Fish Tropic says, she has plants, LOL. Right? Sometimes my plants flower too. Maybe that's what I should do. As my aquarium plants flower, I'll just bouquet them for Lady LRB. Where the funk is Mr. Placo at? There's actually quite a few Placos over here. Down that side. Eric Bodrock's around here somewhere. You could almost call him Mr. Placo. Marcus Foster, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, or says for the Lady LRB fund. Oh man, she makes more than I do. She's the one that actually floats most of us. She's the big reason why we even got this van. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even been able to get that van. We've been driving in some hoopty vans. So thank God for Lady LRB, and thank you, Marcus Foster, for throwing in that fund because, man, she's going to get some big flowers now. You guys are hooking her up. Man, you guys are making me look bad. Jeez, Dan Slee throwing down a $5 super chat says, hashtag flower fund. You know I wanted to say flower fund there, but I didn't. I did, sort of. But Dan Slee, thank you guys so much for all your support. I guess Sarah's about to get some big old bouquet of flowers.
I'm down for that. I got 5 on it.
I'm going to draw a picture of it and send it to her and be like, I got bills to pay, lady. But I love you. I love you bunches. come visit Houston when you can, Sunshine. Oh, talking to Sunshine, Full Man Aquatics. Let's see, a few flowers go a long way, trust me, for sure. She's not the one to, like, really spend money frivolously, so she kind of understands that.
You're buying her flowers.
Right, but I could go pick flowers from the neighbor's yard or something.
Buy her some flowers.
The neighbor's got a lot of flowers. Brian Carl throwing down $5 for Lady LRB Flower Fund. You guys. 54 Punchy throwing down $2 super chat for get her some flour. FLOUR. I'll get her some flour. FOUR. She likes to cook actually, so make cookies. So that's kind of up her alley.
What is this?
Oh, you're fine. That's a Nuri Rosa Maiden Crip. It kind of stays low and compact like that. Pretty rare.
How much?
It's 30 for the small ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's taken years to grow them. They're slow growers.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll kill it.
They're actually really easy. That's a great thing about crips. You can keep them in like any situation pretty much. Besides the super low light. Even though some can tolerate it. I think that's Ocean Nutrition. Ocean Nutrition. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they're open.
It's funny because a lot of people here, they don't realize what I'm actually doing. They think I'm just talking to a chair holding a paper towel.
You are talking about
I could imagine. You guys should. So you guys get to see this side of it, but this is what it actually kind of looks like. It's me holding my phone on this paper towel while talking to you guys. As everybody kind of roams around. That's the realness. This is what I do for you guys. This is what I do for you. Oh, but I wouldn't want to change it. No way. 'Cause I love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. Because I definitely could not do this without you guys either. Granted that Haley and Lady LRB play a big role. You guys play a huge role too. Huge role. You guys don't even realize how big of a role you guys play. Oh, show. Bo's Betta Fish said, what's the best way to raise pH and alkalinity safely? Feel like I use too much neutral regulator, looking for a stable way to do this. So yeah, I'm not sure what the neutral regulator you are using or what that really is, but if you're using any of it, sounds like it's too much. Oh, what I like to use, which I actually have some over here, I always, when I go to these conventions, I actually bring this because you never know how soft the water is, and this helps raise the hardness. This is Nilo CG's GH booster. It's $6 for a pound. It'll last you a long time, and yeah, it's awesome. It works great. And the other thing I'll bring is D-Chlor too, but that'll help you raise the hardness. Boston Main Mike, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Super appreciate that, Boston Main Mike. And what a beautiful discus in your profile picture. Absolutely beautiful. Flowers for the Lady LRB. Boy, you guys are showering some love on her.
She's a saint.
She is. You guys have got me in so much trouble. Now her head's going to be like this, and he's going to be like, why haven't you got me flowers? No, she won't. She's awesome. Kathleen White says, flowers die, but good massage goes a long way. That's true. So true. David Zai says, hello, Lucas. Is aquarium gravel stones able to bring up water hardness? So not, like, they have cichlid mix. They have aragonite and crushed coral and stuff like that. It can raise the pH and hardness. But it also depends on how much acidity is in that water to break it down to create that hardness in your water. So if you really want to do it easily, this is a lot easier way. You know, there's a lot of calcium rocks out there. There's a little test you can do, like those white rocks. If you scrape them on the concrete and you can write your name with them or whatever, they've got more than likely magnesium, calcium, and stuff like that in them, and it can actually help your fish or shrimp depending on what kind you have. They're actually really great for neocaridina tanks. Greg Bean, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says just started a 125-gallon summer tub. Yeah, with 10 male and female guppies and guppy grass. Any tips or tricks to help a newbie? So the best thing to do is just let them do their thing. Don't mess with them too much. And wouldn't it hurt to try, I don't know if you're floating your guppy grass, but maybe plant some of your guppy grass on the bottom of like half of it, and then float it on the other half. Because a lot of times when those guppies will give birth, the fry automatically kind of go down to the bottom to get away from the parents and the predation. And then after they feel comfortable enough, then they'll pop up and start eating off the surface. And if you can get, like, I personally like pearlweed as far as the plant. Guppy grass kind of stays more sporadic. For instance, let me show you guys here. Oh, man. All right, I think I'm back here. Not sure what happened to YouTube's coming in. Backish. That's funny. Backish. All right, let's see. Now I'm back.
Stand by. Rude, Dansley.
Well, that kind of bites. The buffering, all that. And, all right, you guys, thank you all for the super chats. I wish I could get to them all. And yes, fiddlesticks. I wish this was working right. I gotta say goodbye because this is getting kind of crazy because the internet is not wanting to work. But at least we got to hang out for a little while. And I will be bringing you guys more on the NEC. And hopefully we can continue this again. You know we will every Friday. You know, no matter where I am, I try not to keep you guys hanging. So before we get kicked off again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And what I was trying to say before I kept getting kicked off, I'm going to try to say it again. Pearlweed is better than guppy grass. It's my favorite because it's more compact for those guppies when you're breeding outside. So hopefully that helps you. Thank you all for the super chats and all the support. I really appreciate it. And I wish I could get to you all your guys'. Luna Bettas, thank you so much. $5 for flowers for the Saint Angel who let you fill the house with tanks, and $5 for Dynamite Dragon tank clean. Thank you so much, Lunar Bettas. I know they appreciate it and appreciate the help because it all goes into the same pot. We're all kind of working towards the same goal, and you guys are a big part of it as well. So thank you, Rich T, for the $5 super chat as well. And I think I got all you guys. Dansley, thank you for the $2 super chat. Says I nominate Haley as tribute to the buffering gods. Yes, she shall be sacrificed. Hey, wait, I need water changes though. We can't do that. It's a good idea though. Look at that, doing work. All right, so thank you all for hanging out. I know I said goodbye like 50 times, but this time, peace, have a great one, and see you guys next time.